You are an easy girl to love, an easy girl.
Just looking, you know, I try to read about music and son of a bitch, there's no way I would ever be able to do it as much as someone who worked here. Someone got here first. Keep lists of things I'm interested in finding, and someone got here first. Well, basically I have a whole system. God. Find a corner, it's usually where the cassettes are. I put everything on the ground. Fucker. I will find it though. And then I do like what was I thinking, that's insane. Do I really, no. And I just try to, just get like 5 things or 4 things that are essential. You know, these things they come in and out, and that's why you gotta come here all the time.
I said, girl, you say yeah, well I love you.
What this pile is in about 6 weeks, my wife is gonna have my baby. I thought it would be fun to have a stack of records in the baby's room and a little record player in the baby's room, and play albums for the baby. The first one was this Brian Eno Apollo Atmospheres and Soundtracks. This music is related to the actual landing, where they went. You know, the Apollo, the whole thing. I don't have to go into that, right? Come on, this is not a history class. I thought this is like a kind of a great example of something that I would love to put on if my baby was with me and we were sitting in the living room and he looked a little sleepy. Perhaps I could put this album on and we could sit there together and he could fall asleep and dream of space. I think that Bob Dylan, it would be important to include a Bob Dylan album or two in the baby's brain.
I said a quick prayer just to feel satisfied. Then I went back to find Isis just to tell her I love her.
This is one I love, and I think that, whereas this was to sound, this would be to lyrics and to power. So that will play in the baby's room. So I don't know if you are familiar with this, but this is a movie that is scary, but beautiful. This was a record I chose for the kind of scare my kid a little bit factor. Beatles 65. This album I picked out here because it actually is capital EMI app. This is a real Apple Records.
For tomorrow may rain, so I'll follow the sun.
But Beatle-wise, this has got a lot of my favorite songs, especially I'll Follow the Sun, which is just such a beautiful song to me. The Beatles are my favorite band, and ideally I would like to have all of the albums. I love the Beatles more than anything, and I hope that my kid does too. Now, you can't just have a Beatle household. You can seem to get lopsided. And you need to balance it with the Rolling Stones, The Who, stuff like that. But I got this Rolling Stones record out, even though it's not my favorite one. I do prefer some earlier Rolling Stone stuff. But look at how colorful this is. If you're a baby, this is probably what the world looks like to you anyway. I got Donovan because Donovan kind of is like a kid.
Kiss me once more, fill me with song, la la. Kiss me once more.
Kind of beautiful sing-song, the way he like a thing like this, like he does a come west, like a thing like that. That's just so like the weird melodies like that. He's singing like, and it's just, I think a kid would love it. It's a kind of syncopated, beautiful singing. So I wandered into the other room there where there's the kids section. You know, I listened to a lot of those records that were like, now you're, you know, doo-doo-doo-doo, now you're in a magical dinosaur land. And I listened to lots of fairy tales on cassette tape, lots of Disney stuff. And so I just wanted some cartoons and soundtracks and stuff like that that like literally is for a kid. I'm just trying to throw my kid a bone. Leonard Cohen, I wanted also Leonard Cohen to be in the house. Amazing lyricist and songwriter, and someone I really like a lot. And just another voice. I think he has a different quality in the way he sings and writes and puts ideas together. And, you know, Chelsea Hotel, might have to bleep a couple of the lyrics out on that one. But, you know, I just skip it. You know, you're giving me shit on an unmade bed. So anyway, there's that. Harry Nilsson, all things Harry Nilsson. I love Harry Nilsson very much.
Nobody cares about the railroads anymore.
I think that he has his own style, especially when he goes into like those like these just kind of sounds, you know. And I think that they will make there's a kid-like quality as well to Harry Nilsson. They're easy to listen to, and there is a playfulness to them that I think a kid will really take to. And you know, I want those types of things in my house. I do think it's for some reason I want the house to have like a positive, fun, loving feeling, and that's why there's a lot of, you know, Harry Nilsson or kids records or Beatles. Like you're trying to keep it up, keep the mood up. That said, let's go get the new Boris album for the baby. Is that Black Angels? That'll be good for the kid.
Amoeba.